Okay, welcome to another episode of Mar Muscle, my channel, and today we're going to go over what I eat during a pre-contest. So, first things first, a gallon of water every day. Gallon and a half, maybe two if you can. You can never have too much water, as it'll be your main source of liquid. The second main source of liquid when I start craving soda or getting hungry is sparkling water. Okay, now a nice little trick to do with this is get a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with the mother. That's the good bacteria, has a lot of health benefits. Get a couple tablespoons, mix it with the sparkling water. You got something of what tastes like a nice lemon lime soda with all the health benefits of apple cider vinegar. Helps you lose weight. It's good for your digestion, your immune system, all that good stuff. Now, I only use sea salt when I cook, when I'm on pre-contest. It's a lot cleaner. I know it doesn't contain the source iodine, but you get that from plenty other things. It's a much cleaner salt. Less water retention, so this is the way to go. Just don't go crazy. My main protein sources are going to be beef to a somewhat lesser degree, maybe 1 or 2 times a week. I usually pick a lean cut, like this is London broil or sirloin. You don't want to get cuts like ribeye or tri-tip, very fatty. It's not going to do you any good. This right here is the bulk of all your protein while you're doing this diet. Good old chicken breast. All protein, very, very little fat. Make sure you get skinless. And one thing to know is that this chicken breast does contain saline salt solution to help preserve and for flavor. As you get closer to the contest, you'll want to eliminate that. Make sure it's just pure chicken breast. But for right now, this is phase 1. We'll go over phase 2 and 3 later on. The last protein source is a fish product, solid white tuna. Make sure you get it in the water, okay? I like chunk white. I like the texture, so I usually mix this in a salad. Or you can have it as just a snack on its own, okay? Phase 1, which this is, I tend to stay away from eggs, even egg whites. That's going to come later in play. Okay, so for carbs, I like to stick with rice cakes, good old rice cakes, pre-workout preferably. They're a good source of carbs, nice and clean, in and out of your system fast, doesn't spike insulin. They're good for working out though, for that energy boost that you need. So usually do your carbs in the morning along with something like oatmeal to get a good workout. Make sure you stay nice and full too. In my oatmeal or with the rice cakes, I usually sprinkle some dried cranberries. These could go with either one. If you put them in the oatmeal, they swell up and become nice and juicy. If you want to have them after a meal, just a handful, that's good too. I still like to keep fruit in the game at this point. Any kind of fruit. Preferably a berry of some type, blackberry, blueberry, all high in antioxidants. Okay? And then of course, you can throw in a cup of brown rice here and there with dinner if you need to. I like to do it as early in the day as possible, because that way you have a chance to actually utilize the carbs instead of them just sitting there late at night and going and turning into fat stores. So something you want to think about. Okay, vegetables. Red kale, extremely healthy, full of vitamins, full of fiber. Broccoli, one of the best. These are indispensable for dieting. It's got so many minerals and vitamins, even helps naturally boost testosterone, so this is what you're going to want to concentrate on, these two. Secondary things I like to do is raw spinach for salads. Maybe pair it with the tuna. Or if you have a leftover chicken breast from the other night, you could chop it up cold, throw it in there. As far as salads go, I like to keep it half and half spring mix, and again baby spinach. Use olive oil sparingly. When we start to get into phase 2 and phase 3 of my pre-contest diet, I'll use lemon juice, or I'll maybe use this. You can never have too much of this stuff. Keeps you nice and healthy, keeps you going. Secondary foods that are in supplement form. This is something that's indispensable here too. Cocoa powder. Make sure it's organic and make sure it's at least 70% natural cocoa nibs. That's the actual nut itself. What this does, if you take it pre-workout, it makes a lot of nitric oxide in your body, which is good for keeping the muscles full and pumped. Also, the antioxidants will boost your immune system, which when you're dieting like this, you may get a little weak from time to time with all the strain, all the working out, all the cardio, but this is something you should definitely consider. And as far as keeping things moving, you got to have lots of fiber, lots of greens, besides what I just shown you here. This is best. If you get it whole, it's best, but when you can, throw some of this into your protein shake. It's just raw, energizing, plant-based supplement. You get a nice 2 to 3 servings of greens with a couple tablespoons, so a lot of concentration there. And then, as I said, got blackberries. I'll switch it up to blueberries. Again, just like the carbs, use fruit sparingly. Eat it early in the day if you can. So that way the sugars in there will have a chance to be utilized and not turned into fat at night. This is phase 1 of the dieting. So as we go through these videos and phase 2 comes into play, it's going to be a little stricter, and then phase 3 even more strict, and that's when some of this stuff will change. But this is a good base to get started on. The next video I plan to show you what I do as far as supplementation to kind of cover all this stuff, to kind of help it become more useful. Digestive enzymes, protein powders, vitamins, auxiliary things like that. Also too, I'll plan to make a video on the best cooking utensils and things like that you can use, cooking devices. Make all this easier instead of cooking a dozen meals throughout the day. Things like pressure cookers, crock pots, things like that. We'll go over all of that. Anyway, hope this helps out. And if you guys have any questions, again, contact me. If you like the video, subscribe, give me a like, and I'll keep making these. And I'll see you guys next time.